Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a wise old man named Takashi. Takashi was known for his calm demeanor and his ability to handle even the most challenging situations with grace. People from far and wide sought his guidance whenever they faced difficulties in their lives. One day, a young man named Hiro approached Takashi with a troubled expression on his face. He said, "Sensei, I am plagued by anger. It controls me and causes me to act impulsively. I want to learn how to overcome this anger and find inner peace." Takashi nodded knowingly and invited Hiro to sit beside him under the shade of a majestic cherry blossom tree. He began to share a story, as was his custom when teaching valuable life lessons. Long ago, there was a fierce and mighty samurai named Takashi. He was renowned for his strength and skill with the sword, but he had a terrible temper. Anger would consume him like a wildfire, blinding him to reason and leading him to make regrettable choices. One day, while wandering through the forest, Takashi came across an old monk meditating by a serene waterfall. The monk seemed untouched by the world's chaos and radiated an aura of peace. Curiosity overcame Takashi, and he approached the monk, asking, "Master, how do you maintain such calmness in the midst of life's storms?" The monk smiled gently and replied, "Young warrior, I, too, was once like you, consumed by anger. But then I discovered the art of the empty boat." Intrigued, Takashi asked the monk to explain further. The monk continued, "Imagine yourself in a small boat floating on a vast ocean. Suddenly, a strong wind blows, and the waves become turbulent, threatening to capsize your boat. At that moment, you have two choices. You can either fight the waves, desperately trying to regain control, or you can choose to let go and allow the waves to carry you." Takashi contemplated the monk's words and asked, "But how does this relate to anger?" The monk replied, "Anger is like the turbulent waves in the ocean of your mind. When it arises, you can choose to resist it, fighting against it with all your might, or you can choose to let it be, observing it without judgment." Takashi was intrigued but still unsure of how to put this teaching into practice. The monk handed him a small wooden carving of a boat and said, "Whenever anger arises within you, hold this boat in your hand and visualize yourself placing your anger inside it. Then, gently release the boat into the vast ocean of your consciousness." Takashi paused and looked deeply into Hiro's eyes. "My dear Hiro, the key to never letting anger control you lies in the art of the empty boat. When anger arises, observe it without judgment, and then consciously choose to release it, letting it dissolve into the vastness of your being. By practicing this, you will find that anger loses its grip on you, and you can respond to life's challenges with clarity and compassion." Hiro listened attentively, a newfound determination in his eyes. He thanked Takashi for the story and the profound wisdom it contained. From that day forward, Hiro committed himself to the practice of the empty boat, and slowly but surely, he found the peace he had been seeking. And so, the story of the empty boat continues to be shared, reminding us that we have the power to choose how we respond to anger. By observing it without resistance and letting it go, we can sail through life's storms with grace and inner tranquility. Thanks for watching.